You missed the whole point of this movie. There, I commented for you. You can use a screen, like a caveman, or fly planes without a pilot's license, watch movies at home where the floors are less sticky, party without having to shower. But limitations to the technology limits our virtual immersion to sights and sounds. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe things shouldn't get too real. David Cronenberg's vision shows us a future where reality is more of a guideline than a rule. This is eXistenZ. We open at a focus group for the latest game, eXistenZ, spelled like this.
Capital X, capital Z.
Christopher Eccleston is leading the seminar. I'm sorry, but I thought the seminars with David Tennant were much better. eXistenZ. Is this a game or male enhancement drug? Either way, I'm staying. The game creator herself, Allegra Geller, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, is here to troll the comment section. Yes, do you realize you're using a ski boot as a purse? Jude Law is Ted, and he's handling security. He's got Bouncer written all over him, doesn't he, folks? For an early access demonstration, we need 12 volunteers. In this future, video game consoles have given way to biomechanical virtual reality systems that literally plug into your body. The game is played, interfaced, through this device called a MetaFlesh pod. And if you eat it, your hair gets all glossy. These plug into their spines, by the way. It's the future, and we're back to wired controllers. Game on. I think I have to censor this. Am I playing this game or circumcising it? Well, the group test is playing, pulsating, whatever the hell this is. A latecomer comes in looking shifty.
She seems to be very shy.
Shy? She's diddling her Xbox on stage. Look out, he's eating chicken! Glock-a-doodle-doo.
Death to the demoness Allegra Geller!
He wounds Allegra and the seminar guy. But he'll be okay. See? Alright, where were these guys when all the shooting was happening? The danger is far from over, so Ted has to take Allegra away.
Trust no one! Trust no one!
Then why should I trust you? Cool, there's still some meat on this. I'm starving. And this is a cell phone. The new Apple iWad will catch on. Just you wait. Ted's also not exactly the best person to provide protection.
I'm just a marketing trainee.
So let's get that bullet out, which turns out to be a human tooth. Was he a hitman or a dentist? Tooth Fairy ain't fucking around anymore.
The bullets are human teeth.
That thing was designed to get past any kind of metal or synthetics detector.
Well, as long as they don't have braces. They hide out at a motel. You know what that means. Okay, maybe not. Again, I'm not sure if I should censor this. If she starts breastfeeding that thing, I'm out. The pod was damaged, and the only way to determine the extent is to play the game. Allegra is shocked and dismayed that Ted lacks a bioport, meaning he's never even played her games. He's got a phobia about someone injecting a huge electrical port into the base of his spinal cord. Wuss! It's co-op only, so Ted needs that port. The only place to get one at this time of night is at a gas station run by Gas, played by Willem Dafoe. Turns out he's a fan. I wouldn't clock him as a gamer, but there's a reason for that.
I don't have a bioport.
Step into my office.
Meanwhile, Allegra shops for auto insurance. Well, isn't this sanitary? It's supposed to be a simple procedure. That was just the marker. This is the implanter. Oh, hell no! Obviously, he gets cold feet. If you do it, I'll stick my pinky in there. Just like summer camp. Not waiting for the temporary paralysis to go away, they prepare to play the game. But something goes wrong.
You blew my pod!
Giggity? The pod is really screwed now.
In this pod is the only version of eXistenZ.
I guess we learned nothing from Grandma's boy? It's not really his fault. There's a bounty on Allegra's head, and Gas is out to claim it. So he implanted a bum port.
You're worth a lot of money.
But Ted does some implanting of his own. Game idea for future reference. Virtual skiing. No weird lizards, no guns with teeth.
Well, nobody actually physically skis anymore, you know that.
They try to get help from Allegra's mentor, Kiri, played by Ian Holm. Hopefully they can trust this one. These guys build these things, so hopefully he can fix her pod. That's what they look like on the inside? While they're at it, they'll fix his port.
Get that nasty bioport after you put nice fresh one in there.
Hey, how about a little wine first? Finally, playtime. Crap, we gotta wait for a 4GB Xbox update. We'll play tomorrow. This is eXistenZ. The gift shop comes at the beginning.
Welcome to Darcy Nader's Game Emporium.
We're just looking.
Line?
Pods to download your new identities.
Yes, we both have bioports.
To advance, they'll need to install these special controllers. I guess it works like an update or a patch? Guess where they go. That's not my bioport, Chief. I didn't say stop. Same thing happened to Richard Gere. Allegedly. Okay, we're going someplace weird. Weirder. Part of their characters involved interfacing with each other's bioports. What we gamers call an unskippable cutscene. Wait, I think we skipped a level. I was hoping dissecting frogs in high school science would lead to a career. Is this what the Sims do when they're at work? What do you want? Oh. Ted gets his quest from another NPC.
May I suggest the Chinese restaurant in the forest?
Now this is video game escapism. Why fly an X-Wing when you can gut roadkill in a barn? This game is definitely immersive, visceral, and wildly detailed. I cannot say it looks fun yet. Who can eat after working here?
We want a special.
Well, that's not a good sign. I guess we're splitting the check two ways now.
eXistenZ is paused!
Ted needs to pause to reassess his hold on reality. This would be a great time for a bio break, but after a brief, reassuring conversation, it's back to the special. Yep, you can just see the Yelp stars falling away. Oh, it's those weird little lizards that we keep seeing.
Enjoy.
They're a delicacy in this world.
What are you doing?
I find this disgusting, but I can't help myself.
Just like Little Caesars, huh? Soon, the bones start snapping together into a familiar shape. Right down to the ammo. Once I turned a slice of pizza into a broadsword, and I decapitated a turtle. Not the first bone gun he's used on her.
That's not funny.
I thought it was just a game.
I need to kill our waiter.
Yeah, kill him. She is ride or die, isn't she?
When he comes over, do it. Don't hesitate.
What can I do to make your lunch more pleasant?
I found this in my soup.
I asked for the teriyaki Smith & Wesson.
Pay no attention and enjoy your meal.
Yeah, but I think you killed the only waiter.
Did you like the meal I prepared for you?
It was a little spicy. The game plot involves a rebellion against an evil corporation using these game pods to destroy reality as we know it. I'm sure there's a lot of money in that. The story is complete with agents, contacts, and a double agent. They find a diseased pod, and all Allegra can think about is plugging herself into it. She's a freak, yo! Remember, you're plugging into every controller they've ever plugged into.
And then you quietly pour it into all the other pods and spread the infection to them.
All part of the plan to get the other pods sick and take down the factory.
Something's wrong.
The cord's stuck, so Ted has to cut her free. She starts bleeding out like a Capri Sun in a toddler's hands. Okay, in my hands. I'm not good with the Capri Suns.
I know what to do.
The double agent sets fire to the sick pod, but only releases millions of deadly spores that will infect the entire factory. Oh, now they seem worried about cleanliness. Game over. Or is it?
I think we just lost the game.
We're back home.
No, I missed my shift at that gross job.
We brought the disease back with us. My pod is diseased.
Glad I wore a condom.
What's in the needle?
Crystal meth. Figures.
I know what happened.
He gave you an infected bioport so that my pod would die and so would my game system.
Can't trust anyone. Allegra's got something to help. It's supposed to clean out his port. Anyone else see what I'm seeing?
My pod's dying.
Oh no. Oh yeah!
No! Wait!
That's a hell of a rage quit. You thought Gamergate was bad. The realists are afraid games like eXistenZ are blurring too many lines and people are losing their grasp on reality.
The victory of realism.
They're working the problem one programmer at a time. Eat teeth, sucker! The game is saved after all.
You copied eXistenZ?
Oh shit, now you got the copyright lawyers involved. This has been a big recruiting mission by the evil corporation to get Allegra on their side, but she's got a better offer.
He's only a game character.
What if we're not in the game anymore?
Turns out Ted was working for the realists, and that makes Allegra the enemy. Remember that cleaning thing she plugged into his back? It's really a bomb. And it was all just a game within a game. Transcendence.
Remember, it's written like this. Capital C, capital Z.
Seriously, stop spelling things like that. Nobody's previous roles are the same. They were all just part of another focus group. Allegra isn't a game designer, just one of the players. So the game is over, but something is still not right. The anti-game sentiment wasn't supposed to be part of the story, meaning someone in the group has radical thoughts. So how much of that is created by the game and how much is generated by the people playing? This is the game developer. Not this shit again.
Always doing a game?
Well, are we? That was eXistenZ. It's hard to get a beat on these characters. They're one person in the game and someone totally different in real life. Pretty accurate if you ask me. It's the ultimate roleplay. This movie gets compared to The Matrix, but they are nothing alike. Rather than being imprisoned by machines, we are building the prison and jumping in ourselves. There's a primal instinct that takes over when people remind themselves it is just a game. You see politeness drop away. People shoot each other in video games all the time, so what's the difference? So it's easy to dismiss any stakes until the end.
What if we're not in the game anymore?
These games may not directly cause problems, but if they cause people to think they're in a game, they may hurt someone in the real world. We're left wondering if this is real. The game world has that distinct Cronenberg touch, grotesque, off-kilter, and visceral. The level of grunge in this game is so palpable, you can almost smell it. Not that you'd want to. Somebody make a Lego set out of this. It does kind of suck that with this many players, only 3 to 4 people get to play to the end. What do the other players do when they die? No respawns? Every character backstory is so thin, you're given just enough to propel the game story forward. Kinda like in a game. You don't know the other characters are actually players, and they don't seem to get the fun parts. I drilled a hole in my spine for this. Blurred lines between reality and virtual, between game and life are a recurring theme. People are losing touch, and the ability to tell what's real. This points to a downfall of society that the rebellion is trying to prevent. Plot is very linear, where the characters typically seem to have only one choice to proceed. If you don't say the correct phrase, you're stuck, you can't advance. Shame such a revolutionary gaming experience is reduced to a rail shooter. The game interfaces are notably organic, and it's no accident they look like umbilical cords. This connects people to their game in a biological yet truly unnatural manner. People are literally attached to their devices. There is an intimate, almost sexual component to the game experience. Physical sexuality is an easy way to quantify such an intimate joining of the minds. Despite how much it looks like it, it's not about sex. It's about intimacy, with human interaction buffered by technology. eXistenZ is 3.5 Bs. The world is hypnotic, weird, that classic Cronenberg style. It's about people and their realities fading into their online fantasies, and that's the scariest concept of all. And bone guns that shoot teeth. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!